Welcome back to the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM. We are concluding our netball coverage in the southeast with the KNT Netball Association. Sally Bywater is on the line to recap a very exciting round of games last weekend. How are you, Sally?
I'm very well, thank you. And great to be back for another week.
It is great to have you back for another week. And I'm excited to get your recaps here because there were, at least 3 of these 4 games were pretty interesting results. Let's go straight to the one that I think is maybe a bit less interesting, and that's Lucindale beating Kingston 64-45. I reckon that is pretty much exactly as we would have expected this one to go, albeit maybe a little bit higher scoring.
Yeah, absolutely. A fantastic game here. It would have been great conditions last week in Lucindale. And again, they're sitting outside that 5. They need to have a good win, and that's what they did. They won by nearly 20 goals. So they just came out firing, playing goal for goal in the first quarter. They were up by 5, so that really stepped them into that speed and played great 4 quarters of team netball, which was great. And it's great to see Kingston still coming out each week and having a good go. Little
to no margin for error for the Roos for the rest of the season, so good to see them get a comfortable win there. Narracourt had a fantastic win over Border Districts, 49-46. This is exactly the type of win we've needed to see from Narracourt if they're going to make the finals. And with this win, their finals chances have gone up dramatically.
Absolutely, a fantastic win by Narracourt in this game. And it would have been a great game all round because Narracourt and Border Districts always have fantastic games and both playing for that finals position. So, and we speak about Narracourt quite regularly, saying they need to win these close games, and this is what they did. And they were 1 goal down at 3-quarter time, so they really found that second effort. And to win that last quarter by 4, to have that great win for them, they would have been so excited.
They would have been very excited indeed. So they jump ahead of Border Districts on the ladder now. They're 7-6 for the year. Just ahead on that match rating with Border Districts sitting 7-6-1. So Narracourt, very good chance to play finals from here. We'll get to the upcoming games in a moment. Penola over Kybe Bolite, 54-48. A good win from Penola. They got they take the points, but Kybe Bolite, they're out of finals contention now, and you'd think if Penola are going to really stamp themselves as a true contender to go back-to-back, they might have had a slightly larger margin of victory there, especially playing at home.
Absolutely, I think you're dead right there. Like, winning by 6 goals, I thought they would have had a greater margin. Obviously, Kybe are just playing for their season, which I really like to see those teams really taking it up to these top teams. So Penola probably were a bit disappointed with their finish. They were 10 goals up at half-time and lost the second half by 4. So, yeah, they really did finish these games off to be great contenders at the end of the season, and they'll come back firing this week, I'm sure.
And Kybe have had some really good results of their own this year, even though it hasn't been quite the season they were after. So certainly don't want to look too much into that one. But, yes, Penola take the points anyway. Mundulla over Keith, 55-29. Now, this was our tip for match of the round, the top of the table clash, and I think it just goes to show that Mundulla are going to be incredibly hard to stop in the finals. They put up the second highest score of the round. They allowed the fewest points of the round. They had the biggest margin of victory, and they're playing against the second side on the ladder. So, yeah, it's hard to see anyone stopping them from here.
Absolutely. If we're going on by looking at these scores, absolutely. Like, they were 17 goals up at half-time, so they just really, right from the get-go, played some great netball. And obviously, we speak about them every week. They haven't lost a game, and this is why they're just showing some great netball, great defence. Like, them at the second side to 29 goals, fantastic effort by them. So, yeah, Keith will come back firing, and let's hope for a good final series. But, yeah, Mundulla are looking very hard to beat.
And not only have they not lost a game, you've got to go all the way back to round 4 and round 5 for the only 2 games all season where anyone has even come within single digits of them. Mm-hmm. Border Districts came within 9 in round 4, and then Keith came within 7 in round 5. Since then, they've played both of them again and beaten them by larger margins. So things looking really good for the Tigers at the moment.
Yeah, I'm sure they're having a great... Yeah, they can't complain about their season. And, yeah, obviously, 2 games out of 14 within single figures is just a phenomenal effort. So, yeah, let's hope some teams get a bit closer to them during the finals.
Well, we'll see if Lucindale can get a bit closer to them tomorrow. They are playing, it's a Lucindale home game, and Well, for Lucindale, it's season on the line for them. They virtually have to win to be any chance of making finals. Like we said, their margin for error is slim to none. And what better way to test your finals credentials than playing against the top side that everyone's gunning for?
Absolutely. They really need to take it up to them, obviously. Just sitting outside those 7 wins and 7 losses. When they met in round 6, they lost by 14 and only scored 24 goals that day. So they really need to improve from that effort and play some great netball this week. Really come out far. They had a great game last week. I think they'll try their hardest, but I think Mundulla will be too strong and we'll probably see a low-scoring affair again in this game.
Big game coming up for Keith and Narracourt as well. Keith hosting that one, and coming off that big loss, they'll certainly be keen to get back on the winners list. But Narracourt, as we said, their margin for error as well is quite small, with that crunch between them and Lucindale and Border Districts in the middle of the ladder, pushing for those last final spots. So huge test here for Narracourt.
Absolutely, and they do need to keep winning to secure a final spot, and they only lost by 10 they met in round 6, so not a bad effort. And again, they finished off really strong last week and played a great game of netball. And Keith obviously back to the drawing board this week and wanting to come out firing and get back on that winners list. So I think this will be a fantastic game, and I think it'll be close, but I'm going for Keith to redeem themselves after last week's loss.
The tip is in for Keith in that one. We've also got Kingston hosting Kybe Bowlight, and with just 2 weeks left in the season, both of these sides would absolutely love to get one more win at least on their tally. Kingston, this will be a good chance for them playing at home.
Absolutely. Again, 2 teams that won't be featuring in finals this year, but they'll really want to have a great contest, and anything can happen. Kingston beat them by 2 goals back in round 6, so I think this will go right up to the wire. Let's hope for a high-scoring affair because they're both just great teams that'll miss out. But yeah, I think Kybe will redeem themselves and get the win this week.
That one's a bit of a dead rubber compared to the others with no finals ramifications, but nevertheless, I think it could be close to the match of the round when it's all said and done. Last game of the round is Bordertown hosting Penola. This will be tough for Bordertown and a good chance for Penola to really get a bit of confidence going into finals. Basically
cemented their top 3 positions, so this will mean, again, they'll just want to play some great netball heading into finals, and I think, Bordertown just playing their season out and they're hoping to have some good contests. So they are struggling with injuries, so they won't be at full strength. So I think Penola will get a nice win here, but let's hope Bordertown have a great game. All
right, that is the action for tomorrow. Border Districts are on the bye, which is not ideal for them because they need to keep stacking the wins. But before we wrap up, Sally, let's have a quick look at the ladder. Looks like there's no movement in the top 3. Mundulla on top, undefeated. No one's got enough time left to catch them. Then it's Keith at 11-2-1, and Penola at 9-4. Don't have enough time to catch them either. So the top 3 set in stone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I think that top 3 won't change, and they'll be a great side to be coming up against in the last few rounds. And Keith have a bye next week, so this is their last 9-round game before finals. So let's hope they have a great game, and Penola cementing their top 3 position as well.
Kingston and Bordertown are on bottom at 2-11 each. Kybe Bowlight 5-8. That's the bottom 3 set in stone as well, and it gets very interesting in the middle. Narracourt 4th at 7-6. Bordertown 5th at 7-6-1, and on the bye this weekend, Lucindale 6th at 7-7. So all 3 of them sitting on 7 wins. I mean, any one of them could still make finals from here. It's going to be a thrilling last couple of weeks.
Absolutely. No, we've just said Borders have the bye this week. Narracourt, they'll play each other next week. So I think it will come down to that game next week of who will take that 5th spot. So interesting, and it's great to see 3 teams still fighting for 2 positions.
All right, so virtually an elimination final next week between Lucindale and Narracourt, and it'll be a great effort if Narracourt can make it because they have had a pretty tough run home, and we have been a bit critical on them not being able to win those games that they really need to win. So we will see how it all plays out. It is going to be a fantastic couple of final weeks in the KNT Netball Association, and it all starts tomorrow. Enjoy, Sally. Good luck to everyone playing tomorrow, and Sally will check in again next Friday.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.